Hey, sorry we're late. It's Phil's fault. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Story of my life.
Here we are. It's Monday night. Snakes and Stogies episode 247. Only three away from 250.
What are we going to do? Are we going to do something special?
I don't know. I feel like we always say we're going to do something special for like those milestone years and episode numbers and stuff, and I feel like we never really do. But
well, let's do one.
250 is a big number.
Yeah.
Play trivia.
Yeah. No, let's. I don't know. Something we've not done before.
250 episodes. What have we not done before? I don't
know.
Get O'Shea.
If you want O'Shea, I'll get O'Shea.
Can do it. Bat the eyes and be like, it's our 250th episode. Will you please come on our podcast?
He'll be like, yes, absolutely. He'll be like, wait a minute. It's at midnight on a Monday? I'm there.
Well, yes, we're here. This episode, as always, is brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Long-time Herpetoculture Network sponsor. You need racks, you need cages. Go check out them black box pages. Flip around, shop around. Whether you need a big...
You made me choke with that one, Rob. Sorry.
Whether you need 6-foot cages, cubes, big racks, small racks, anything in between, modular racks, dare I say. I guess you could consider it modular if you can change out the tub sizes in the same rack. Does that
big
count
ones,
as modularity?
Ones, some as big as your head.
Yeah. Well, all awesome stuff. Build quality is incredible. Best in the business. We are going to be a little biased on that, but objectively it is expertly designed. Materials are incredible. Tons of customization options when it comes to your racks and cages, especially the cages, because you got a bunch of light options, heat panels, all that good stuff. UV, awesome, nice and bright LEDs where you can actually see what's going on. And then if you end up finding something, use the code THN25 at checkout. Get a little bit of a discount. If you want to double down on those savings, there's a pickup option. So instead of having FedEx or UPS manhandle your box from coast to coast.
And now.
God damn it. You could choose the pickup option and just go on up to Black Box in North Georgia and pick it up yourself and then take it home and enjoy it for a lifetime. And then the best coffee around. Again, we're biased. Snakes and Stogies blend, cold-blooded caffeine, Mexico and Rwanda together in a bag as Phil drinks alcohol. Or maybe apple juice. I don't know. I can't really tell. Might just
it's not.
But he's kind of going the opposite direction of the caffeine route. But he'll be all right.
I'll be all right.
Are you not a after like post 5 o'clock caffeine drinker?
Me personally?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. But we'll talk about my drink in a minute. You keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. Use the code SMOKE at checkout on Cold Blooded Caffeine. Gets you 10% off your order. And look at that god-awful Florida Gators chair.
I was just about to say, look at that glorious gator.
Don't hate, man. Don't hate.
UF, baby.
Well, Snakes and Stogies blend and many other awesome options at coldbloodedcaffeine.com. And then it's getting cooler. Hoodie season is upon us. You need some cool herp apparel, which is Fulvius apparel for hardcore herp nerds. As I said on Arachners the other night, I feel like I don't mention enough that it is not like affliction wear, beardy mom AI weirdness. It is reptile and herp invert shirts for people that are hardcore nerds for it. Use the code THN at checkout there. And you get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. Might run a Halloween sale this weekend. Haven't really decided.
Ooh, spooky.
I feel like I don't really run that many sales throughout the year, so I feel like I need to kind of up the game.
Everyone strikes when the iron's hot.
That's right. Black Friday's going to be here before we know it. Definitely need to get a plan together for that.
You do.
So, hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs. Check it out.
Rock and roll.
What are you smoking this evening?
I have a Nova Platinum Batch Sweet Robusto.
Ooh, nice.
Nova is a female-owned and operated company local to me. The owner was, I don't know if she was a Monte Cristo sales rep or like a manager of a Monte Cristo establishment, something like that. And she got together and formed her own company. And I know Smitty's had a few Novas, and I've not had this Sweet Robusto.
I think you sent me one of those, and I did.
Is that one of the ones I gave in Daytona?
One of the ones that I no, this is before that, but
Okay.
I didn't know it was sweetened, and so when I got it, I was like, "Am I going? Do I have a tumor? Am I going crazy?"
Yes. Am I having a stroke? It's delicious.
I'm gonna have to look for them and see if they have any for sale up here.
Yeah. So if you Nova Platinum is the brand. It's a Tiffany blue color, and they've got several different offerings, but this one I'd not had the Sweet Robusto. And then I know it's short, so we got another shorty on deck. LFD Lennox.
Oh, look at that! I don't know where you pull them Lennoxes out from, but
Well, I mean,
like a magician with a rabbit in his hat.
you know, the problem is that it's like 30 to a box, so I can't buy a whole box. You know what I mean? But every time I go, I get at least 2 or 3 of these little bastards. So look at that. Look. What are you smoking, Smitty?
Man, I walked into the shop earlier. I looked at Raj, and I said, "I'm sick of everything in this room." And so then I was like, "Wait a second! I haven't had one of these in a hot minute." San Cristobal.
Oh, nice.
Quintessence, but it's
Quintessence.
It's like the Lonsdale, not really a Lonsdale. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe a Corona Doble kind of deal.
Okay.
It's a little.
Dude, they have the coolest 1910, 1915 style bands, right?
It is has kind of a Great Gatsby thing going on.
It does, right? It reminds me of that. Who's that tool truck with the guy with the mustache in the back? Was it Masons or whatever? I mean, it's like Snap-on's competitor.
Mac?
No, it's like old timely work truck with like a dude with a handlebar mustache, just like buy my tools. Yes,
Stanley Steamer.
No, I think it's Masons. I don't remember, but it definitely reminds me of yesteryear.
Yesteryear. Jeremy, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
Well, not smoking anything tonight, but I do have a few Zen in.
Nice.
Which flavor?
Per usual. Smooth. Unflavored.
Packing them 6 milli sugar gliders like Jake.
No, man, you can't. I can't do the 6 mil
really
Zens. Yeah, they're. It's like it's
different.
So
hooked on them,
dude, I can't like the 6 mil. Or it's too much. It's too much. I do a combination of Rogue and Zen at the same time.
I haven't even had the Rogues.
I like them because it's a bigger pouch. They seem to last longer because I don't know what they do, if the salts are different or maybe there's an oil in them. I don't know. Like the 6 milligram Rogue, they don't hit as hard. So
see, that's Jake. When I started, I was like, Jake, I'm gonna get some Zins. He's like, dude, get the 3s. Don't start with the 6s. And I'm like, whatever, man. Started with the 6s. I haven't had any problems. But it's also, people don't realize cigars have literally 100 times the nicotine that one of those Zins does. And so 6 milligrams to me was like, that's like a single puff off one of these cigars. And legit. So Jake was like, dude, you're going to be sick. And I'm like, no, man, I feel fine. Like, I have one of those in at work pretty much all day. Like I go through several cans over a several day period without any issues.
I go through about a can a day. Yeah.
And then I feel bad because on Friday I was popping one in and my boss is like, is that one of those Zins? I was like, yeah. He's like, let me have one. I was like, okay. It's a 6. Didn't think anything of it. Gave it to him. He went home sick.
You kidding?
Not kidding at all, dude.
Well,
he's like, I felt high for a second, and then he's like, And then I just I went in the bathroom and puked. And now he's like, now I'm just going home.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
Well, I was just occupied with life, man. And I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
Oh, really?
Good, man.
I
That's
haven't
awesome.
smoked cigarettes since April, man.
You never told me that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, everyone's telling me hell yeah, but no, I miss them. They're beautiful. I've realized that I know it sounds horribly stupid and cliche, but I realized that I was never addicted to nicotine. I just love smoking because I never had the oh man, I gotta have a cigarette. Oh, I need my fix, man. Like that was never a thing. It was just like, damn, this meal was really good. It'd be so nice to have a cigarette right now. Like that was what it was. But I didn't smoke anything for this was maybe 10 days ago. I hadn't for almost 3 weeks, man, because we had a podcast where I smoked a cigar and then we skipped a week, right?
Yeah.
So it was at least maybe 10 days, 12 days.
Last week you weren't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good.
Right. So I think, where the hell was I? I think I was at my cousin's house and I smoked a Liga. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what it's like to be 12. This is what it's like to be a child. Wow, I forgot about that. All right. It's amazing how fast you lose your tolerance. Because I used to smoke cigarettes and cigars whilst doing these shows.
Yeah, he'd have one of each lit.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I dipped for 12 years. I go through a can of Copenhagen a day, and so yeah, I still miss it, man.
See, that's the weird thing for me.
After a barbecue dinner.
Oh yeah.
I never, aside from cigars, I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never dipped. But those Zins, I don't know. There's something about I'm at work, man. I just they lock you in.
Yeah, and you don't have to go outside. You don't got to spit in a cup. You don't got to carry around a gross ass bottle with you.
I gross out my coworker and ask her if she wants to see a magic trick, and I'll walk by and I'll spit it out, but I'll catch it back in my mouth and keep
it. God, that's disgusting.
She hates it. I'm like, Kim, you want to see a magic trick? She's
fucking Project Reptilia. What a trio of meh. Fuck you. No, but I will say this. You know who was doing Zins before it was cool was Bobby Pebbles. And when he always had that good Swedish pouch, you know what I'm talking about? And when me and him were in West Texas, he's like, "Hey man, you want a Swedish pouch?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." And at the time, all we really had over here was
Camel sexual.
Was Camel Snus, and I liked Camel Snus, but it wasn't for me. I just stick to my cigarettes. And dude, he gave me a pouch of what the hell? When we were in El Paso, it was mango chili, and it was enlightening. It was spiritual because it was off the charts, nicotine and just spicy mango. Just gotta get more.
Carried some sort of Indian or Pakistani type. It was supposed to be dip, but it was almost like a clay, and it was insanely strong. So all the Marines started coming in and getting it. It was expensive, but it was some weird.
Like a nicotine product.
Yeah, it was like dip, super fine to where, like I said, it was almost like a
coffee grind.
Kinda. I don't. Yeah. It was weird, but apparently it was insanely strong, and those Marines and stuff were all about it. So
did I ever tell you the time I got duped into Pakistani cigarettes?
I don't. Probably.
So next door to Underground's retail store was a convenience store owned by a lovely Pakistani family, and the owner's brother, his name was Abraham, one of the sweetest, nicest men I've ever met in my entire life. Ibrahim. And he was always trying. It's like, oh, you must have a Pakistani cigarette. You like it a lot. You have to have it. And I was like, all right, I'll buy it. It was $3 a pack, whatever. So it legitimately just looked like an oak leaf rolled up and tied together with twine.
It's filled with black tar heroin.
I mean, no. And I smoked this thing, and I can hear him laughing from the inside of the store because he knows it's just trash, garbage, tobacco.
Potpourri from World Market wrapped up in a leaf.
legitimate, right?
With poppy
This
leaves.
is just this is like I don't even know oak leaves from the Kashmir, just
He made
dried
those
out
in the parking lot.
for sure. And I took like 3 or 4 drags. There's no filter. I took like 3 or 4 drags, and I'm like, oh god, like you can't cough because it's like gritty. And he's inside laughing his ass off. I say, hey man, what the hell did you sell me? He goes, oh no, you're American, you're too weak, you can't handle it. You'll do okay. I was like, no man, fuck that. Give me a bag of Camels. He's like, the Turks are soft, they have filters.
Hey, bitch, you just had me smoke a magnolia leaf.
Yeah, right. Legitimately. But no, all joking aside, man, him and his brother, that family, they were the nicest fucking people, man. I don't know. They wound up selling the shop, and then he wound up managing like a gas station or something. But I never saw him ever again. He was good people though. Anyway, so Jay, are you imbibing in any adult vice this evening besides your amazing racks behind your head?
No, it's pretty low key today.
All right.
Yeah, just I changed a couple waters earlier, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, Smin, you want to give our man an introduction, even though he needs none?
Yeah, here's Jeremy.
Yep. What's up, Nomad?
So we had Jeremy on THP. I think it was. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Yeah.
But he's returned. It's Jeremy Hicks.
Yes.
Nomad Herpetoculture.
Yeah, man.
Glad to be here again.
So, sweet Jeremy texted me like a week ago and was like, hey, man, I'm going to West Texas or going to Texas. And, I'm thinking about doing some herping while we're out there. And I have been off socials. Life's just been really hectic. All good. I'm not in disarray or anything. But I was just like, I'm not going on Instagram. Like, I'm just tired. And I was like, oh my God, I completely missed his message. And he's like, oh, plans changed, got canceled. And I was like, well, are you free this evening? Come on aboard. Steamboat Willie, toot toot. So do you want to give us a rundown of for the people that didn't listen to the other episode and give us a you?
Yeah. So I've been keeping snakes. Since I was, I don't know, 8 or 9. My stepdad got me into it. He was a snake nerd back when keeping snakes was like, who was that psychologist who thought they were phallic? Was it Freud? Yeah, I think it's Freud and so him and his family, they kept snakes when they were kids and stuff, and so yeah, he got me into it. We had a garter snake that we caught on our back porch. We used to feed it toads that we would catch.
That's
and cool. And goldfish from the pet store.
Classic.
Yeah, but ever since then, I've kind of always had pet snakes. Got my first ball python when I was 10. Then, Dr. Tom Emmel, before he passed, he gave me a bunch of stuff. Like, he had this wild caught Honduran, Taiwan Beauty. So I've had a little bit of everything.
Nice.
Gray band king steaks. So, now it's mostly carpet pythons and behind me are Brazilian rainbow boas.
Nice. We posted a hell of a picture of this afternoon.
A pit?
Was that you?
It doesn't sound like it.
Maybe it wasn't him. I was like, where the hell did you get that?
I shared that.
Oh, okay.
I think it was nuts.
I thought that was yours, and I was like, damn.
No, shit, I wish.
I was like, when the hell did he get that?
No, yeah, I wish. I think it was Envy Reptiles, but yeah. It's like I said, it's mostly just carpet pythons and Brazilians. I do have some king snakes. I've got some locality cow kings and some hypomosaic Florida kings that I'm growing up. But
cool beans, man.
Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff.
How was your Daytona this year?
Yeah.
What did you end? I don't know. Did you end up getting anything? What was?
I
No,
feel like we talked about everything except for what he got, like when we were there, you know?
I didn't bring home. Well, I take it back. My wife and I brought home something, but I didn't buy anything for the collection.
Oh,
I was a good boy.
a good boy. Just a
She
pet.
got yeah. So she bought a baby crested gecko at the auction.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we've got that in our bedroom. So that was cool.
Good stuff, man.
That's cool. Yeah.
I love
hear
it when
bouncing off
you
the
get a
walls at
pet.
night.
No, I mean he's crawling all around, or she. I don't even know what it is yet, but no crazy thuds. Of course, I sleep really heavy, so I mean, it wouldn't wake me up anyway. But no, Daytona was awesome. I mean, the highlight for me is always hanging out. You know,
Yeah.
hanging out at the gazebo.
Post show.
And then yeah, and then seeing everybody throughout, getting to hang out with people. That's always the best.
Yeah. So speaking of which, I don't think we ever properly. I know our man Chris Sanchez is making fun of us right now. God bless him, but he was a fucking saint, and he brought in a bunch of snacks and Gatorades and waters for the whole gazebo crew. And I just give a golf clap to Sanchez yet again, because that was very, very kind, and I know a lot of people benefited from that because we got a little too silly at times. And
He's the mom that brings the orange slices.
he's the mom that brings the orange slice. That's it, man. So even though he calls us a trio of meh, we still love him and thank him. So, but that's cool, man. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Did you name it?
Yes. So she's a big fan of The Office, and
Hell
she
yeah.
named it. She named it Dwight.
Of course, I love it.
And of course, its terrarium is Shroot Farms. So
Nice.
doesn't look anything like it, but yeah, we've got gosh, what is it? Pothos Brazil, and I think Golden Pothos. It's just starting.
Nice.
I mean, it's really taken over. Yeah, a piece of driftwood, like right in this as a centerpiece, and I actually set it up for her as like a little just like a little palletarium.
Nice.
And before Daytona, and yeah, all the plants took off, and then we were there, and she's always wanted like a leopard gecko, but she doesn't do the whole bug thing.
Yeah.
So I introduced her to the cresteds, and yeah,
It's win-win, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff. My cousin's got a crested that he's had for a while, and thing's a tank. It's awesome. And his wife wound up grabbing like a piece of I guess it's either oak or like a type of oak, or it might be a type of ficus tree, but she snapped off a branch, and there's pothos in there, and the pothos is going around the branch that she snapped, and then the branch rooted in like that much dirt, and it's growing to the point where now she has to chop the top off, otherwise it's going to pop out the top of the exo.
Wow.
And I was like, that's cool. I would have never thought to do that, just to snip. Like I used to have a lot of veils, and I would always put a baby ficus in a pot in a viv, and just the chameleons would live on that little baby. But I never thought of doing a clipping of a ficus. Or
I don't know enough. I don't have much of a green thumb. If it's not,
I got no green thumb.
Yeah. If it's not pothos or dragon fruit, I can't keep it alive.
Nice. What a pairing.
Yeah. So I've got a dragon fruit outside that's going crazy. It keeps like trying to grow into the soffit of the house and cut it back. But yeah,
I'm team sweet potato now, man.
Oh yeah, dude, your sweet potato is wild.
Next time I plant a vivarium, I'm putting a sweet potato in there.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Dude, I have one in my guppy tank right now, and it is loving life.
Really?
That thing has exploded.
I never would have thought.
I wouldn't have either.
I was shocked. He showed me the pictures.
Crazy. Like, gets really bushy.
Interesting. Yeah, I've got to see that, because that'd be cool. I really want to do passion flower.
What is that?
So there's different, I don't know if they're species or subspecies, but there's a few different ones that, but my understanding is a lot of them are native to like I think New Guinea, but we have some all over the place in Florida, mostly like Central Florida, it seems, and it's like a vine, and it takes off.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, what's her name? Lisa. What's her last name? Farina. Yeah. Apparently, she had some in a Viv one time, and I mean, she couldn't keep it cut back long enough.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
really
cool.
hardy, but I got some seeds one time, but I couldn't ever get them to sprout, which apparently is a pretty common issue. But,
yeah, that's cool though. We love Lisa. Lisa's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And my mother-in-law's got a very good green thumb, and she's always had plants inside and outside, and she's got a variegated tip of the tongue, big green
Monstera.
Thank you.
Okay.
And you could tell. I just called her out, and I was like, "That one's your favorite, isn't it?" She's like, "No." I was like, "That one's your favorite." She goes, "Yeah, but don't tell the other ones." And it's the leaves are just like bigger than your head, and it's in the living room. The thing is just killing it. So part of me was like, "Fuck! If I had anything that was tropical, I'd probably try and just do that." Yeah. Especially if I thought about man, Skylar should get one or two of them just in a pot in a what's it called, tent cage, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've got two pothos intense, one with my emerald, and then one with a carpet python, and they do great. They do great.
Nice. Yeah, I know Billy Hunt's got a bunch of Monstera. He loves it, and he's the one who actually educated me on it, and I'm so eager to, because he's got a lot of plants growing, and he's got a lot of critters growing, especially with the tortoises outside. I'm really eager to see how he plants and arranges things, especially like the torts, because he's got those Burmese torts, and that'll be really cool, man, with just big giant green leaves and chubby little brown walking nuggets. I love it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I think Brendan Meyer he had some crazy Monstera that he was growing indoors.
Did he?
Yeah,
crazy.
He's got a lot of plants right now.
Was that just for fun of the plant, or was that for Vivs?
I think he had put some in Vivs, I think, but he was just growing it for kind of just like room aesthetic, I thought.
Yeah, that's cool. I gotta hit him up. I haven't talked to him in a dog's age.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things that I found, because there's become multiple tables now at Daytona of plant vendors, which is cool.
Which is very cool.
It's neat. I bought Katie. It's a mini orchid, and it comes on a little grid.
Oh, nice!
Literally like that big, and it flowers, but it's teeny tiny.
Oh, that's
cool. You
cool.
leave it hanging on the thing, and it's been doing great. She soaks it once a week, and it's one of the coolest things that I bought, because Becca was getting one, and Becca's like, "Oh, you should get Katie one of these," and I was like, "Oh, she'd really like that," because I think it's really cool, because it's a dwarf orchid, more or less.
Yeah. And that's as big as they get. They don't.
They're tiny. And they shingle almost like
staghorn.
No, damn it! You've cursed me, Phil, because now it's right on the tip of my tongue. Margravia, maybe.
What is that?
It's like a shingling, vining plant.
Okay.
It's really cool, because it's tiny and it's unassuming, and if you do things right, it has these little tiny flowers.
Nice.
And,
that's cool.
It's neat.
Who you got to hit up is Matt Jensen. He was a big orchid guy for a hot minute, and he had a big shade house outside, and where he had all different. He had now I can't remember the name of these. The ones that smell like dead animal. What the hell are those? The flower,
like corpse plant or something.
Yeah. He had a bunch of those. Yeah, he had a bunch of those types, and then he had a bunch of normal orchids that your traditional orchids, in the wooden baskets that you hang. But then he also had a bunch of those micro orchids where he would go to Repticon and buy these tiny little pieces of cork flat that had moss on them, or a plant show. He would buy cork flat, and he would replant these micro orchids onto a cork flat, but then he would put the cork flat like in the base of some other pots.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have like one potted plant of whatever bromeliad or whatever, and then when you move the leaves out of the way where the shade was, you'd see the little piece of cork that was maybe the size of a Otis Spunkmeyer cookie. You know what I'm talking about? And then have a little tiny micro orchid inside it. I thought that was super cool.
That's neat.
So if Katie wants more, man, you got to hit him up for that.
Yeah, it was just Becca got one, and I was like, "That's actually really cool," because I was like, "What the hell is that?" And she was like, "The lady had more of them," so I went over, and I think it was like Friday before the show really picked up. I was like, "Let me go ahead and grab one of these," because I feel like those are gonna sell quick. She didn't have a ton of them, so
yeah,
but
that's cool. Yeah, I didn't see those.
That's cool. Very cool.
James.
Well, I am imbibing an adult beverage in
Mott's.
Yeah, right. Pouring a glass out for Jaws, the fish in the fish tank. He is no longer with us.
What
Jaws
fish?
was a warmouth cichlid, or warmouth bass, I should say, that I field collected in a vernal pool in the Everglades. And he killed 4 flagfish tank mates, and then he killed his girlfriend, and then I started to bulk him up on turtle shrimp and turtle worms and live crickets, and he was a savage in the mangrove tank. And something happened, man. I don't know if you remember, I was kind of freaking out about his swim bladder, and Dustin Black sent me a bunch of stuff. A bunch of people sent me a bunch of stuff, but Dustin Black sent me a bunch of swim bladder remedies and some medicines and stuff, and he just never hacked it. And he would basically live on the bottom of the tank, and then I'd throw a cricket in, and he would shoot to the top, grab the cricket, and sink back down to the bottom. And that was as much energy as he had. But, I mean, what's it been? Almost 2 years with him floating up and down, and he finally succumbed to his ailments.
Sounds like with his criminal record, he's got a spot at the head table down there in hell.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, how
long did you have him?
Oh gosh, 5-ish years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And I mean, I got him when he was probably the length of your thumb, and now he was probably a solid 4, pushing 5 inches. So I mean, he had a lot more growing to do, but he was also he was in a 5-gallon tank, so like he didn't have a lot of room to do his thing. But he ate like a king, and he was a little too big to flush, so he got burial at sea in the lake. And now hopefully some other fish get to eat him and continue the life cycle. So,
Jane said, "How do we get rid of Keller's swim bladder?"
Jesus. That's so fucked up. Well, here's to Jaws. Jaws the fish.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
Him and Keller will be down there in hell tag teaming them a couple of she devils.
Yep. Legitimate. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though. Anybody who has never kept a bass family fish, like a fish in the bass family, I highly recommend it, man.
They were in the bass family?
Nope, they're cichlids.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Dude, I got fucking guppies over here. I don't even know what they are. I don't know anything about fish. I know what
but like is. People always are like, "Oh, I want to get an Oscar. Oh, I want to get a some kind of crazy aggressive cichlid from Africa." No, man, just a good old anything in the Americana bass family. If you got the tank space, man, I highly recommend it, man. It's a rewarding fish.
I gotta feed off some
I would
of
think
these
that'd be a cool pet.
Yeah.
The garters are probably hungry.
Yeah, time for the culling.
Right. Yeah, you got the Lake Smaller garters, right?
Yeah, but I gotta babysit them when I feed them because they're dumb as hell.
And you know, Jeff Frederick's right. Bass are like North American cichlids, and I'm not. By the way, I'm not poo-pooing cichlids. I'm a cichlid guy. I had Tanganyikans, I had Victorian, I had designer Malawans, I had Frontosa. I love my Frontosa. I had a Livingstone eye that lived for like 10 fucking years, and I just couldn't get rid of him. It's for the aquatics and alcohol.
This must be what Jake feels like when I'm talking about spiders and dart frogs.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
So yeah. If you're thinking about some kind of bass, freshwater fish, go Go find your vernal pool and steal one from the wild.
Go to your local Bass Pro Shops and steal them out of the aquarium.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, how hard are they to keep versus other common freshwater fish?
Oh, they're super easy, super chill, and they're much more cold tolerant because they're North American. You know, I will say this though, I never all the years I had fish in Florida. I mean, you're way more north than me, so temperatures drop considerably. But where I am, I never needed a tank heater. You know, many other people in the United States, they need a tank heater. So I got lucky in that regard. But saying that, when it got chilly, and because he's in a tank in the bathroom, on the sink.
He was in my bathroom.
He was in my bathroom. He'd stare at me while I was doing my business. The good old days. Oh, yeah, right. So when it got chilly, he got lethargic, but he'd still eat. He just wasn't as active. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
like a wild bass.
Yeah, dude. I don't know nothing about fish except they're in the water. I can identify a stingray, a shark. Kind of the two important ones, and a jellyfish. Those are kind of the ones that I need to know about.
And Tyson Dallas is hitting us with the legit facts. Did you know that bass are technically a sunfish? And I want to say that I knew that, but I appreciate you sharing that knowledge because I definitely did not remember that.
I did not know that.
Well, what is going? Most people that fuck up having native fish have never kept non-native fish and don't understand the nitrogen cycle or water parameters well. Very true. Very true.
So, me.
Well, this is also the same tank with the whole Fiji water. Did I tell you guys?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this tank, as a gag, I filled this whole thing with Fiji water, and I post because it was that whole running joke about filling Fiji water. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, watch this shit. Oh, $32 for a whole case. I'll fill a fish tank with that shit. So I did, which was awesome because I didn't have to treat it with any chemicals or anything. So and I had the mangrove plants growing out of the top of the tank. What did Nate say? When it gets chilly, my bass becomes a guppy. It's very true, Nate. So true. Very relatable. So I filled the thing with Fiji water, and I posted pictures and videos like, oh, only the best for my fish. And Matt Most hits me up. He's like, hey, man, I thought he was being sarcastic. He's like, hey, man, I love what you're doing with the Fiji water. How about that pH? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, you're not doing it because of the pH consistency? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just doing it to be a bougie bitch. He goes, oh, no, man. The reason why Fiji water tastes so good and makes you feel so good is because the pH balance of Fiji water is the most identical to the pH in our bodies.
So I swear, I can't remember what podcast but you told that story before.
Okay, yeah.
And ever since then, I mean, it's been, I don't know, it's 2-3 years, who knows, right? But ever since then, if I buy water, I only buy Fiji water.
My man. I mean, dude, it's worth it.
I can't drink. I mean, I'll do Zephyr Hills too. If I have to. If I'm really thirsty. But yeah, for me, it's pretty much Fiji water or nothing now.
Yeah.
Nate said only for that pH to get tanked by your stomach acid.
Hey, you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. But no, I thought he was messing with me, Matt Most, but he was dead serious. And I always, like, every case of, because I would continue to do it. I was like $32 and it lasts me so long because the tank's so small, just add a liter here and there. I would consistently test those bottles. And it was always, whether it was a test strip or chemical test, excuse me, it was always exactly 7.0, slightly like a 7 on the hardness level, which is wild.
Interesting.
I'm a 7 on the hardness level.
Yeah, I saw that coming. And what's crazy is because I do get concerned with Florida and the hardness level of water. I've gone back to the vernal pool where I found him because it's a seasonal pool. So like right now, is October. It's probably got like an inch or two there. You know what I mean? But come December, January, it's going to be mud, just bone dry. And I've tested that water and it's the same pH and the same hardness as what was in the tank from just Fiji.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. I don't know, but now I don't know what I'm going to do. I was talking to Anna Maria, and she's like, "Well, why don't you try and get, one of the fish that he ate or something, or why don't you just get a beta?" And I'm like, "Yeah, beta would be cool." I know Billy was talking about
guppies are fun.
He's done some betas. I was thinking about some kind of aquatic amphibian. That was my segue.
Like a stingray.
I was thinking more like a mud puppy or something, but I know mud puppies get fucking huge. So
that's a fish.
A mud puppy?
The ones that like walk?
You're talking about a mud skipper. I'm talking about
okay.
I'm talking about an
I was thinking
no. Yeah, mud skipper's a fish. Mud puppy is a non-evolved tiger salamander.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Get a turtle.
That'd be cool.
How are you guys herpers? Jesus.
What the fuck's a mud puppy? Where's my Google?
A mud puppy is an unevolved tiger salamander. Brandon Valentine, I'll show you a mud puppy. I was waiting for Sanchez to chime in.
Oh, those things.
Yeah, water dog.
See, if you had said water dog, I would have known what you were talking about.
Yeah, same thing. Water dog, mud puppet, whatever.
Get an axolotl.
I was actually thinking about doing trying to either get so. We have, Jeremy and I have
fucking hellbender, dude.
Eastern, not in my bathroom. Jeremy and I have Eastern newts from his neck of the woods down to about 30, 40 minutes north of me. I've never found one. There are red efts, but they're not pretty. They're like just drab brown, which makes them much harder to find. Part of me wants to find a red eft and let it do its evolutionary thing in the tank, but I don't know if I want to go that route or not.
What about an amphibia?
I thought of that. I don't think I would do an amphibia because of the size, but I would definitely do a lesser siren, and that I would want to. I would want to catch. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. My only fear is it's only a 5-gallon tank. And even though lesser sirens don't get that big, they're usually like under a foot long. I still feel like that's a little cramped.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A
little bit.
Yeah, but the time to go on the hunt is coming up. So I got a couple buddies that are aquatic herpers, as we call it. So I'm gonna hit them up, and we'll probably go out and do some of the flag ponds and what you Westerners call a playa. And see what we can do,
Hell yeah, yeah. I have yet to find one either.
What an Eastern newt?
Yeah.
Tough, man.
I can't. Yeah, I've been in places where I thought they would be. You know what?
Yeah. I feel like it's very much time of day and time of year for you and me.
Yeah.
So, and then like I look on INAT and like there's some good solid sightings on INAT, like a solid 45 minutes to an hour north of me. Like right up, where 80 goes west of Lake Okeechobee.
Yep.
Like where 29 and 80 meet, or like 75 and
yep.
Like that right there. Yeah. But they're all old. And I don't know if the ecosystems have changed, if there's a fucking housing development there now. I have no idea. I got to go scout it out.
Yeah. So. How old do you know? Roughly?
Oh, pre-COVID.
Or some of them? Oh, yeah. I bet that all that's...
Who knows? At
this point, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you look at, like, the INAT, and it's like 2015, 2017, 2014. So who the hell knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's all gone, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, so how are we looking on pairings this year, Bubba?
Yeah, what do you got cooking?
Yeah. As you pop a couple more sugar gliders in that lip of yours.
Oh gosh. So I'm not gonna do as many pairings for 2026. I actually have 2 pregnant rainbow boas right now.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, it was really weird when they went, but just I kept seeing them swell, and I was like, you know what the hell, I'll throw the male in, and I mean, they were locking up consistently,
Cool.
both ovulated, so they're both, one's due on Christmas Eve, the other's due the first week of December, so I mean, and
Nice.
one of them, I'm guessing she'll have a dozen or more. Now, whether it's, they're all fertile or not, who knows? But
Yeah.
Are they a particular line or anything like that, or is it?
so
Are they Brazilians?
Yeah, so one of them is a pearl het annery, and she went to, oh gosh, who did I put her to? Oh, I got the card.
That's 100% hat.
Yeah, I put her to. Where is he at? Male one. I put her to a T positive albino.
Oh, cool, man. Very
Yeah.
cool.
And then, because I'd love to see some T positive pearls in the future. And then the other one is a double het ghost.
Okay.
To a visual hypo het annery. So
Nice.
makes more ghosts. Yep.
Very
so
cool.
with them, I'm trying to keep the pairings kind of minimal. I'm going to pair the Novas again.
Sweet.
The Nova Guineas. And then I'm going to pair the female poplin carpet that laid for me this year. She's going to a new male who is on loan from Gerard Bosch. And he's a GQ Hannibal line.
Cool.
He's gorgeous.
Who produced your adult guineas?
Billy Hunt.
That my man.
Yep.
Nice.
Who else?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of fellas. Yeah.
Yeah. So both of mine are from Billy.
Nice.
The female developed last year. I mean, so I borrowed the ultrasound from a buddy of mine, because I ultrasound his ball python collection for him, and she hit 29, 30 millimeters, which is usually around where they ovulate, according to the literature. But she did not go.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to give her a go this year. I've been feeding her up really well. And then I've got one coastal pairing. So Nova Guineas, poplin pairing, and then coastals. I'm going to do a Peterson stripe male to, she's right over here in this grow tent, but she's a Roy Stewart animal, with lineage from Will Leary and Nick Mutton. So
Nice.
Yeah. I think she'll complement the that Peterson stripe phenotype very well. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do the king snakes again. My Palos Verde female that laid, she ate great. Well, she double clutched, which I didn't want her to do because she wasn't really. I didn't even want to breed her to begin with, but I just opened the tub one day and she was huge.
Wow.
And I had a feeling that she was just going to go anyway,
Yeah.
and I'd rather her have a chance for it to be fertile. So, but she double clutched, unfortunately, and then she ate well for a couple weeks and then got really picky, and so she's just not where I want her to be.
Understandable.
Yeah, and then of course I've still got all of this year's babies.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Have you attempted to move them or?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Dude,
the
some
coastals,
of those caramel looking coastals, dude, are killer.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how they turned out.
Yeah.
Really happy. That was a Billy Hunt male.
Oh,
from
nice.
his river. Animal,
Oh, yeah,
his river
dude.
project. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Dude,
So that was
queen.
yeah. So that was he was a sire, and then the female was an MBB jag.
Oh, nice.
So
That's
they
why
got
it
a lot
looks-
of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
cool, man.
So
That's cool.
and there's a couple more that are finally starting to take off. that after their second or third shed, I'll be posting some photos. They're really killer.
Cool, man. Good stuff,
So,
man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's a season, man.
Yeah, it'll keep me busy.
Yeah. Especially the rainbows, man. What's the most you've had in a litter?
So the most I've ever had was when I was working at Gourmet Rodent, and I was managing their boa colony. I had a female lay, I think it was 32.
Wow.
32.
That's a big girl. That's like
live
a 6
babies.
foot. Yeah, that's like a 6 foot girl, right?
Oh, bigger. Yeah, she was like
wow.
7 feet, seven
Nice.
feet, something like that.
Nice.
She was huge. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's a rainbow.
Yeah. I think so. Back then, one of the guys that I worked with, Ben Cole, really smart guy.
Dude, I know Ben. Ben's a good guy, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he managed the Brazilians before I ever came in.
Oh, cool.
And he was saying how Gourmet had animals from Peru.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it was hard to verify which one because the turnover rate and all that. People coming and going, records get lost or people don't write it down. So
and I'm convinced, not to interject, but I'm convinced that those Peruvian snakes were the ones that they were still bright orange, but they were a more rich orange, and they had the black Sharpie marker, like that real velvety Sharpie marker. And I feel like people didn't know, and they muddled it out on accident. I don't think.
Yep. And they seem to, and the ones with that look, they seem to get bigger too.
Oh yeah.
I'm
convinced.
At least from what I experienced.
Yeah. I feel like the more south you go, the bigger they are. Because then you look at stuff like Colombians and stuff that only get X long. I feel like the more south you go, I've always seen them be bigger.
Yeah. So
Jeff Frederick asked, whatever happened to the darker red Brazilians? Is it everything that he's seen in the past 10 years have been much more orange?
And I feel like that's that Peruvian blood has just faded out, man. I really do.
Yeah. So I've done some INAT herping in South America, and man, they find some really dark red animals. Really dark red.
In Peru or Brazil?
No, in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Right? And even a little bit into Colombia, but not so much. But yeah, we don't. I feel like those high red lines have kind of either people are still just kind of hoarding them, or they're not being produced as much. I don't know. I'm not as much in the Brazilian market watching it as closely. You know what I mean? It's I really like them, but this is a joint venture between a friend of mine and me, and so basically we're splitting every litter.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Valentine asked, anybody working with the Argentine rainbows?
I really want to get some. We had some at Gourmet when I was there that I was raising up, but I never got to see reach adulthood. But they're really cool, cool. I feel like I had seen some on Morph Market earlier this year.
I feel like anything Argentine snake wise is very desirable and sought after right now because just not enough people are doing it. You know, whether it be quote unquote big boas or rainbows or what have you.
Yeah, the Argentines are really neat. A little bit different, head structures, kind of different. But the color and pattern, it's unique. I don't think pictures do them justice for a lot of times. I think people see them and they're like, oh, it's just kind of a brown.
Yeah, you can't get the real lighting structure.
Yeah. But there's a lot of undertones, a lot of different undertones they get. Golds, kind of like I've seen some that are kind of like peachy. They're really pretty snakes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
What about you guys?
Oh man, I'm torn because I don't know if I should start to wean off feeding of the stuff I want to pair, because I feel like I need to. There's a couple of snakes that I'm going to strike when the iron's hot. So come December or January, when there's like a legit cold snap coming, I'm going to take those snakes. I'm going to throw them in the refrigerator for like a day or two, just to try my luck there, because I don't, just the way the desert room is, I don't think I'm physically going to be able to get it cold enough for more than a couple days. I just don't. And part of me wants to spend the money and get a legitimate chiller instead of the bullshit wine cooler that I got. But even if I, like, this is gonna sound horrible, even if I shoved wrinkles in Tupperware and then like left them in the room during the day and then threw them in the wine cooler at night, I don't think it'd be enough. Just because of everyone I'm talking to, and same thing with the pyros, Arizona Mountain Kings. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it cold enough for long enough. Like, honestly, I feel like because it's such a flux every night, it's a 15-degree drop every night, no matter what time of year it is.
Yeah.
It's still not enough. I feel like I need it to be 20 degrees for a week, and then I can pull it off, if that makes sense. So,
what kind of cycle do those wrinkles require?
They need a winter. They need a legit winter. And a lot of them are, they don't really brumate from what has been provided to me. It's more like we go underground until we need something, and then we come out. But like, I have pictures from Tyrone Ping of like adult wrinkles basking on a sheet of ice.
Holy shit.
So like, and like dark winter colors. And my big female, she 1000% goes into, which really makes me feel like she's a different locality than the male that I plan on pairing her with, because those East Cape localities, they get so dark because it gets so cold. But everyone that I know that's bred them consistently, it's got to be at least a week or two, if not longer, a month if you can, So we shall see.
I've been that dilemma that you have. I've kind of been wondering how I'm going to do the Brettles when it comes time. So not 2026, but probably 2027 season.
Yeah.
Because
you have them already.
I've got a female from Casey Cannon, and she'll definitely be ready by then, and the male, he'll for sure be ready. So, but I just don't know how I'm going to cycle him, because, like, I think Lucas Lee, right? He sets his outside, and brings them in the morning. But I mean, they can get pretty cold. I'm in Pensacola, and we get some freezing temperatures.
I feel easily. Like you would almost need to do like what I know Billy's done on occasion, where he cracked a window in that, like, he had a room that's not the snake room, right? And he put the snakes that he wanted to night drop, like legit night drop, he put them in there and cracked a window. So it wasn't, it was still 10 degrees warmer in the room than outside, but that room was 15 or 20 degrees cooler than the rest of the house.
Yeah.
And you're getting that cool air in there.
Yeah. I guess I need to see if my wife will let me take over the spare room.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get it for 3 weeks,
Yeah. Because the other thing I've thought about is like doing like a temporary, kind of like a makeshift cooler, but in the snake room. Because I'm in a garage. It's a garage. It's a single car garage. So I've got a back door, and then a window in the middle of the long wall. And that's where my window unit is. But obviously, come wintertime up here, I don't have to use the window unit at all. I mean, I'm relying strictly on a space heater. So I've thought about using some of that like pink foam insulation board.
fiberglass foam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just building like a really cheap, 2x2 wooden frame, and just sticking that on there, over that window, and creating like a little room within the garage. But I just don't know how. I don't know if I'd be able to seal it all well enough.
Yeah. And Dozen Black is in the group chat. He says that his wine cooler gets down to 38 to 40. So I bought a wine cooler very similar to the one he has, and it's supposed to be like 38 to 65, right? No, it's 47. It's only at 47. Doesn't matter how much I push the button to go up or down, it's 47. So I feel like if I was manually removing them each morning, I could get away with it. Because like they could take 47 for the night, but it's got to get up to say 60 during the day or 55 during the day. I don't think they could do that for. I know it sounds stupid. Was it 5 or 6 degrees? But I can't afford to have an issue, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like 55 is the magic number for mine. But I have no idea. I don't know. Sorry, I digress.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. And damn, what the hell was I going to say about pairing stuff? I decided I'm not going to pair Seraces this year. They're not big enough. I want them bigger, and obviously they don't need to be Keller's size because Keller's are fucking gargantuan. God bless him. But I feel like another year couldn't hurt, So I took them off, and I also decided that I'm not going to do pygmies this year just because life's been hectic, man, and I don't think I want to try and fight those babies. You know what I mean? So less is more, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Pick and choose them battles, man.
Yeah, for sure. So, Smitty, updates on your upcoming season?
I don't really have any. I'm gonna cool down adult rhinos. I'm pretty traditional and do the, Thanksgiving to.
Yeah.
I think I do it till like the beginning of February. Maybe I might do it a little shorter and pull them in like January, but right now the game plan is just adult the rhinos, and then I'm thinking I'll try my Mexican Bairds. They're old enough, they're just on the smaller side, so if I got a clutch from them, it would be a small one.
It's cool, man, just to pad the collection,
And then possibly some Ladies Island corns.
Okay. No Conicus?
No, that female is that bigger female I just got. She needs to get a little more size to her.
Okay.
I'm talking to Rob. She's probably about 200 grams shy of where she should be, I think, as far as being breed ready. Green trees, yeah. So I need to. I've been talking to Justin Olson, who lives down here locally to me again, and sort of trying to coordinate with him of like when he starts upping his feeding is when I'm gonna start doing it with mine, and sort of getting his. And I think he's starting to do that now. So I need to start hammering my females a little more.
Yeah,
but
I need
to
to
try.
On that note, if I may, my Okatees are coming up on 3 and 4, I think. And they can take a rat pup with a slight bulge. Still too small?
I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
I just feel like everyone I know who breeds corns.
Small clutch.
Yeah, I just feel weird, man. I feel like
I've seen corns breed pretty small.
I know. I don't want to be that guy.
It was accidental. I had 2 together, not knowing it was a pair, and at like yearling-ish size was dropping like 3 eggs.
Oh wow!
One of them hatched.
No
house
shit.
Snakes, maybe. So like the house snakes, I have that adult female from Keller,
right?
And I've been eyeballing. There's a couple of imported males on Morph Market that I've been kind of eyeballing lately.
Does Billy have an adult male that you could, do a little horse trading?
I don't know. So this one isn't like a Capensis. This is, I think, the Fulignosus.
Yeah.
But I might put one of my males with her, but it wouldn't be the same. Wouldn't be the same house snake, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of a little weary of it. But
how you liking them?
oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
They're really cool. Yeah, they're.
They've always been intriguing to me.
My only regret is not getting them sooner.
Really,
they're really freaking cool.
They remind me so much of just little pythons, like
they
are
and
Antaresia.
like, they are. Yeah, it's. I've come to the conclusion that they're just Antaresia, that in colubrid form. That's except none of the bullshit, all the great parts of Antaresia, none of the bad.
Yeah, right. That's cool, man. That's very cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. Jeff Frederick says people used to say 333 for corns, 3 feet, 300 grams, and 3 years old. I bet you they are almost 3 feet, and I don't think they're 300 grams. I mean, I have a gram scale for the geckos, but yeah, that's another thing. I might pair Cinctus this year, just for shits and giggles. See what happens.
It's been a while, right?
It's been a while. Yeah, and I'm hopeful I might have Cordylis this year. I've already seen the girl like starving for heat because I've been chilling her out. And she's got a heat emitter on her, and every day she's sprawled out underneath the heat emitter, and she's gotten brazen where I can walk over and like get my face right up on the glass, and she doesn't run away or nothing. So I'm like, that's a good sign, because then she won't mind if I'm like rummaging around there looking for babies. But I also haven't seen the male in like a month. So I mean, I know he's in there, but like I hear him scuttling around. But I feel like that would be cool if I could get them to do that again, because this is a virgin pair. The parents are gone, so
yeah. I had to. I'm sending the percentum to Stan Grumbeck tomorrow. Actually, I bagged them up tonight.
Nice.
That was surprisingly easy.
Good.
God, those things are hell on wheels, man.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
God, they're so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So are you getting rid of all of them or what?
Yeah, I just have that pair that came from Matt, because Matt was like, take this football and run with it, and I said okay. And now it's just kind of like Stan was the only other person that has the Vietnamese, and so I basically was like, Stan, take these.
Yeah.
Take the football from me. So
word up.
Right on.
Yeah, I need to. I've been trying to free up at least a little bit of space. That's 2 cages that are now going to be sort of open, and I'm planning to move my big male rhino into that one of the black box cages that I had the bigger percentum in. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Then I'll have a big Exoterra that's empty and sitting there that most of the spiders are sitting on top of right now. I feel like it's collapsing on itself at any moment.
I know it's tough to say or even tough to admit to yourself, but I'm sure there is a weight off your shoulders in that regard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I really need to get I need to get some other sort of odds and ends listed. I might just post some locally and see just some corns and stuff, you know.
Yeah. And Brandon wants to know about croats. So the only croats I got left, Brandon, is I got a pair of marulus that are 5-6 years out, easy. And then I got a pair of big hatchet clobs that are probably another 3 years, 2 years, 3 years out. I don't know. It depends on how much they eat. And then I got an extra marulus that's an adult male because his girlfriend died. And he's 10 or 11 years old. But that's it. That's all I got for croats right now besides the pygmies. And then puffs I'm going to wait a year. And that's it. The more I think about it. I was just trying to think of what's viper-ish in that regard. So
I do have a pair of honey corns that I've been raising up for a while now that I've had planned for each other for a couple of years. I think I might try
that'll be fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the corn projects that I probably wouldn't get rid of just because
they're adorable.
It'll be really cool. They're
really cool looking.
A honey stripe and which looks almost more like a motley. Looks the ones that looks like a green berm.
Yeah.
Kind of. And then I have
almost like a green rat snake. Or green corn, I should say, however they want to phrase it.
The other one's a Miami or a honey tessera. with some other stuff from JT. That's he's a really good looking male. So
You still got the Catania stuff?
oh yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, those aren't
stuff.
I've got a couple stragglers there that I might part with, but I don't know. It's
What was that, Jay? What'd you say?
That's never going anywhere.
Oh yeah, well, I'm just making sure. I don't know. I know, man. He fell in love with them conicas. I could see him being like, "Oh,
Yeah,
cut back the corns."
Yeah.
So.
Dude, you need to get some Biox incubating.
so I only have Biak wise. I only have my one holdback from that very first clutch. Still, everything else is either locality or designer stuff.
What
Unless
locality?
Unless I can hunt down a male Biak that's in decent shape and not insanely expensive. Locality stuff, I've got like some Maniquari and
okay.
You got a giant mutt, right?
I think
you got a giant mutt.
I think yeah.
Like an 80% Jaya, you know.
There's some of that stuff in the mix, but as far as like locality specific, for sure, I've got one Maniquari. It's an import, and everything else is going to be designer stuff. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really need.
They're nice looking. They're cool, but yeah, you do, man. That's that, man. I feel like at least once a month, I'm always thinking, man, I need to get some chondros. But
I won't lie. I looked at them.
Never pull the trigger.
I don't have anything arboreal. With the exception of carpets, I don't have anything arboreal right now, and I feel weird. Like I feel like I should have something, but I don't want a chondro. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't want a chondro?
I want a chondro, but that thing would fucking die in that room. It was literally like a weekend. It'd be like,
I don't know. I mean, my room. Well, my room isn't really like dry, but it definitely isn't as dry as that room is, I'm sure. So,
which I did not check temps today. So let's see what we got going on right now. So it is 78 degrees outside and 87% humidity outside. In the desert room, come on, Govey, don't let me down.
Here's your one chance, Govey, don't let me down.
Don't let me down.
Nailed it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Nailed it. All right, so outside is 78 degrees Fahrenheit and 87% humidity. In the snake room right now, it is 76 degrees Fahrenheit and 49% humidity.
Wow.
So,
I'm wondering if you might be able to combat that just by having a big water bowl in there, though, with a chondro.
I don't want a big water bowl. It'd raise the damn room 10 degrees.
Oh.
10%, I meant to say.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Last I checked, I think I'm at like 63% in here today. And, which usually it's where it hovers. Like summertime, it gets really, really hot, and that window unit's running a lot. It'll drop down a little bit more, but my emerald does great. I mean, nice. I spray down the substrate maybe once a week, but
well, and I also feel like if it wasn't 87% outside right now, that humidity would probably be in the 30s. So
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Fucking 87 outside. I'm sitting out here talking to you guys. Ugh. Oh man,
it's nice and cool up here right now.
I know you guys got your hoodie weather.
It's not quite there yet where I'm at, but it's starting to cool off and get pretty nice.
Nice. Oh man, I was gonna say something about temps, and now I forgot. Damn, I don't remember. Oh yeah, and should I put Fields Vipers together?
Yes. Is that even a question?
I just
what?
I don't know if I should.
You've been sitting on those for a minute too.
I know it's been like 5-6 years. They're at least 5-6 years old now.
Why
So-
wouldn't you? What's your
Do
reason?
it. I say do it.
I don't know what I'm going to do with them if they have babies.
I don't feel like you would have that hard of a time moving those.
No, I feel like the last time they were in the country, nobody wanted them except for me. I don't know.
There's some nerd somewhere that would be all about it.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool though if I could get that to go.
Hell yeah. You should do a poll on social media.
Let's do that.
If I
Let's
produce
do a
field
poll.
vipers, will you guys buy
Yeah.
some?
Yes.
See if there's any interest.
Because Instagram polls, that's the end all be all, right?
Yeah. No, that'd be
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
So
How
what
difficult are those?
What's that?
If you were to do those, like how difficult are they?
From what I gather, they're fairly simple as long as you leave them the fuck alone.
No.
If you start I've been told they're very much like Gila Monster eggs. If you keep going in there to check on them, you're gonna fuck them up. They're gonna get moldy and they're gonna go right down the tubes. So as long as you have like your vermiculite mix right, then they're good. I have notes on like incubation time and all that other crap. But
All that other crap, the important things.
yeah. Hold on. Now you're making me second guess myself.
Are those are egg layers or no? Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
You just said they were. I should have known.
You kind of gave it away.
Like if I were keeping any of that stuff, I'd be pretty stoked for fields. I think those are pretty neat because you just don't see them that often.
Yeah.
So I have an appreciation for that kind of thing, but I also am unable to keep such things. So I just have to live vicariously through everyone else.
Yeah.
So average clutch size is 11 to 21 eggs at only 30 days.
Wow.
If Phil produces field vipers, can I get one? No. She said no.
Oh, damn. Yeah, honestly, I'd keep them all. No, I would sell them and give them away to friends. That's what they're for.
There you go.
He said he'd give me one.
But now, hold on a second. So,
Hmm?
I'm looking back through old.
Phil is a
fucking
good
notes.
friend.
I am. Try to be. Try not to toot my own horn too much. But yeah, I don't know if they would do. I don't know if they do 11 eggs. I don't think they're big enough. I don't think she's big enough. But yeah, because the eggs come out pretty big, reminiscent of like rat snake eggs. And then they have like this weird, like texture to them that's like almost like translucent. Like,
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Really?
It looks almost like a rotten egg. You know what I mean? You know how rotten eggs get like that weird
Yeah,
opaqueness to them.
Windowy-ness.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
there's actually I don't know if it's Cerastes vipera or it might be I think it's Cerastes vipera. The eggs are almost completely translucent and the incubation time is like a week. They just come out.
Yeah. So did you say that in the fields their incubation time is 30 days?
Yeah, 30.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, most of that Middle Eastern stuff is about 30 days. Like
Okay.
With the gestation
Cerastes,
longer.
yeah, gestation's way longer. Gestation I think is like 60 or 70, I think. Plus
Yeah.
the 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look. Hold on.
So I was just listening to a podcast that Nick Mutton sat in on or was guest on, and he was talking about I think it was with Dominic Carbonell.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't just. It wasn't a fairly new episode, but he was talking about the evolutionary stages of viviparous or oviparous and ovoviviparous snakes, and how I guess a lot of stuff in that part of the world, either they're transitioning to live bearing or they're transitioning from live bearing to egg layers. And that's why we see that. So
Interesting.
I wonder if that.
Yeah.
I mean, I always just assumed it was
You know?
an adaptation for living in extreme environments where
Yeah.
eggs have to be have to be kind of ready to hatch by the time they're
Right,
laid.
right.
Yeah, it was conveyed to me, especially with like the Cerastes is one thing, but especially with the field eye, because of the rocky terrain,
Mhm.
that they're going to have a window of humidity, and they're not even putting them in sand or stone. They're laying them in between like rock escarpment
Mhm.
sections. So they know, okay, this area, like it's about to rain. I'm about to lay. It rains. It stops raining. I lay. Hopefully the eggs are, excuse me, ready to rock and roll within the 2 or 3 weeks before it completely dries out again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then,
But-
do you think that's that? What's your theory on that? Then, do you think that they're transitioning more to a live bearing?
No,
Species?
I
Or
think
do you
it's
think
very much.
that's where they're at, and that's where they want to be?
Yeah, I feel like that's where they want to be. If you look at Echis species, so saw scale vipers,
Mhm.
the more west you go, you get eggs. The more east you go,
Yep.
you get live bearing. So it's completely environmental. I mean,
Mhm.
some of the same species, I think there's like a mountain range, and like on one side they lay eggs, and the other side they give live birth. So
Yeah.
don't quote me on that. I've been wrong before, but
No, I think mutton referenced the
yeah.
same animals. Yeah, it's interesting.
I love it. I just type in Google AI, which Echis lay eggs, and before I could finish the word eggs, it says eggs in Florida. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Gosh, no, no, we don't need any more of that.
So yeah, African species are ovoviviparous and Indian species are viviparous. So, but I'm pretty sure if you go all the way west to like Leucogaster, I think Leucogaster are egg layers. Hold on. Yeah, so Leucogaster are egg layers, and they're all the way on the Atlantic side. So, yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah, I'm curious as to how the environmental pressures kind of push for that. I mean, does the female just the one that maybe retain the eggs that extra week by chance? You know, is that I'm guessing that's just how that progresses.
yeah. And then like I don't know anyone that's ever found eggs in the wild, like personally, you know.
Mhm.
So who knows, like if there, how do I phrase this? There's plenty of snake species out there where guys have found gals and guys, excuse me, have found a clutch in the wild, and they monitored it, and they're like, okay, they came back to this clutch every day for 2 weeks, and they hatched, right?
Mhm.
I don't know how many people have done that with any Pseudocerastes species, let alone field
Yeah.
eye. And I know
Yeah.
most
I
of the
imagine.
data. What's that?
Oh no, go ahead.
I'll say most of the data out there, it's not even referred to as field eye or fieldy. It's referred to as Persicus because they were Persicus for the longest time and just a regional phenotype. And now they're like, no, that southern Israel, that Negev into Sinai locality and into Egypt is its own thing. So I mean, they're definitively different animals. So
yeah, I imagine it's tough to do any kind of fairly long-term studies like that where you're constantly returning to a nest site in that part of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and then I don't know. So like I have them in, oh gosh, I think they're 32 or 36 quart tubs with as much naturalistic vivaria as I could do in a tub. I don't know how I would make a egg box because of the amount of shit that's in there and how they cryptically bask within that shit, if that makes sense.
Put a deli cup full of aquarium gravel.
Well, actually, what I was thinking about doing is I was thinking about taking a black plastic hide cave, you know, the cliche Temu black plastic hide cave that we all have, that has one hole, not the one that has one door, the long side, and flipping it upside down and literally just filling that thing with appropriately damp vermiculite. And yes, it's probably going to make a mess, and she's probably going to kick vermiculite everywhere and oversaturate the enclosure with humidity. But in the end, I can literally just take that whole black plastic hide cave out and just stick it in an incubator in another container, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Thoughts to think about.
But yes, Dalton, Dion's operate in a similar manner with a long gestation and short incubation.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they almost the same thing, like a gestation of like 60 days, and then they drop the eggs and they hatch in, between 2-4 weeks.
Jeff Frederick says, just take the fields to the show a lot. Maybe they'll get the Baird's effect from the Snakes and Stogies bump. I don't think they would go over so well. And for those listening, Fields Vipers, although in my personal opinion, an extremely rewarding species, one of my all-time favorite species, they are not a snake to be trifled with. They are extremely toxic with no antivenom and very, very weird reactions. Some people have very mild effects with very mild necrosis. Other people have crazy allergic reactions, and I
did not know that.
That just made me think of what are they called? I think it's an African species. The night vipers?
Night adders.
Night adders.
Night adders. Yeah, the Coscus genus.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, love them, man.
Have you seen any of those come in ever?
Oh yeah, I've kept De Philippi and I've kept Rhombiatus over the years. And dude, I think they're a fantastic species. I loved keeping them, but I was spoiled because I had a really good provider for green tree frogs. So I was just exclusively feeding them Florida green tree frogs. And I couldn't do it anymore, man. It's just too much. So I wound up getting rid of them. But they're, again, a very rewarding species. Their venom is almost entirely cytotoxic, and their saving grace is that the venom is designed for amphibians. It's designed for frogs and toads. So it really doesn't do well on mammals. But that being said, it's not going to stop you from having an anaphylactic reaction. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I can't. I wish I could tell you the name of the book. It escapes me right now. I think Natural History and Ecology of Snakes. I can't remember. Anyway, that's where I first saw those, and I was like, man, those are really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially really some
cool
of the neon green ones out of East Africa.
Oh
man, those things are
they're gorgeous. Yeah. But I don't have a venomous license, and even if I did, I would not get the go ahead from the wife. So, which I understand.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah, man, and just not to harp on those field vipers, but like, we always say like you get complacency kills. Those field vipers are the worst at making you think they're your friend.
Really?
Yeah, they're so relaxed and so somber, and they're the Zen viper. They are so Zen, and then you realize that you're way too close, and they lash out irrationally.
Gosh, yeah.
When they strike, they bark and they go like
schizophrenic sand snakes.
Yeah, that's it, man. They're fucking schizo sand snakes. When they strike, they do a mock strike where they bark and they'll go "Rawr," with their mouth closed, and then at the same time they'll undulate their body against themselves like a sawscale viper and make that rasping saw sound while also giving like a deep growling hiss. I mean, it's not that deep. The snake's only this big, but as deep as it could be, a growling, rasping, huffing and puffing sound. Absolutely. And they have this like nose bridge that makes them super ominous looking.
That's cool.
But at the same time, when I open the enclosure at night, because I do most of the maintenance at night because I want to see them. They're nocturnal. They're doing their thing. They're cryptic basking during the day, but at night they're all festooned over the dead branches of the dead fake bushes and stuff I got in there. And their pupils are huge and they're absolutely adorable. And then the minute I go in there, those pupils turn into these little cat slits, and all of a sudden you hear the. and it's like, fuck, what did I do?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I've always been fascinated with venomous vipers in particular. But
yeah, if you could keep, what would you
Yeah.
get?
Oh man, I have no idea. I would Noah's Ark in it. You know what I mean? Like honestly, I don't know. I definitely would have an Eastern Diamondback. 100%. That'd probably be the first thing I got. But I don't know. I just vipers are fascinating. I don't know if I'd ever keep gaboons. But rhinos maybe. I don't know.
I have a
It'd
weird.
be like I'd be like Ash Ketchum. I'd have to catch them all.
Yeah.
Just so cool. Just the dentition and the skull structure and how they've evolved and how different it is from other snake species or snake genuses. It's really fascinating. And then of course the thermoreceptive pits. That's one thing I really like about pythons. As they see infrared heat. I think it's fascinating. But
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a growling video, but I'm coming up unsuccessful.
yeah, if you find one, you'll have to send that to me, man. I'd really like to.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's
that's badass.
It's weird because like you're like, oh, he's huffing and puffing, he's a viper, and then all of a sudden it starts to do the saw scale rasp, and you're like, oh shit, that came out of left field.
That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea that there was no anti-venom.
Yeah, most of the time so there's no anti-venom for a lot of that Middle Eastern stuff, and
okay,
a lot of times they'll give you Echis, polyvalent Echis, and that will help a lot. And they're also using the same zinc studies where the zincs block certain metalloproteases from bonding with the venom, and it doesn't cure you, it doesn't stop it, but it slows it down dynamically. So if you were in the desert and you had hours to get to medical treatment, it would delay said venom and give you that much more time. So they're studying that, but it's such a snake that's off the beaten path that no one really is encountering unless you're in the real rural areas, that there's not a lot of reason for them to look into it.
Yeah. And everything costs money, and I guess if there's not a lot of human interaction, then why spend the money on it? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sucks for the people that somehow do get bit, which I can't imagine there's that many bites happening from Fields vipers. But
I wish I could keep venomous, but I never. By the time I really got serious about keeping more than just a pet snake, and really got into herpetoculture, just finding a way to get my hours and find a mentor for that was just not really feasible.
I feel like it's getting harder and harder too.
Yeah, it's
like not even from just the legal standpoint of the whole process and whatnot, but also like finding someone that's trustworthy and like actually normal.
Yeah, and their goal was to weed us out and make it so hard that nobody wants to do it, and they succeeded. They did. I just had a firefighter from Dade County reach out to me, and he was like, "Hey, I really want to get some experience." He's like, "I'm not looking for a license, but I'm gonna apply to Venom 1, and I'd like to get some boots on the ground training." And I was like, "Hey, man, I got no place to train you. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, I'm not gonna have strangers come over my home. Not right now." So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I wouldn't. I don't really want anybody over at my place either. And I don't keep anything dangerous. I don't know. I'm weird about it. people walking. I mean, I've got some close friends that obviously, are more than welcome anytime. And, we come in here and we hold stuff, but they don't necessarily own anything themselves,
Sure.
or if they do, it's, like I gave a baby Brazilian that I produced last year, to a friend of mine, and that's his only, it's his only snake.
Yeah.
And, but I'm just, I'm paranoid about pathogens and,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
extra
sure.
parasites. But I imagine on the venomous side, just like the legal risk,
Especially
that a mentor
now.
has to take. Yeah. I mean,
Dude, they made it. They
people,
made it real bad now.
yeah. I mean, it's so easy to sue people nowadays, and it's just.
I mean, I'm not even. I don't even think that far. I go to something like, if you have an escape, it's a felony. Like,
Jeez.
period.
Bad.
So like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm very meticulous now.
Yeah.
I was always meticulous. I'm even more meticulous now.
Yeah.
So because it's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not working.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I'm okay personally with there being some kind of regulation, right? But
we've given an inch and they've taken multiple miles.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. And,
and I hate to sound like a grumpy old man, but I've been in Florida venomous long enough to have seen it go from no permit to $5 to 100 to all the bullshit we have now.
Yeah.
So
it's too much.
Yeah.
I think it's unnecessary, I mean, because at the end of the day, if somebody who's irresponsible, they're going to break the law regardless, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Criminal is going to be a criminal.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, on that note, I found a Field Viper audio. It's a little skewed because it's in a tub, but here you go. Oh, it's not playing.
It's just doing deep breathing exercises.
I mean, legit. I wish you could see the video.
That's cool.
It's very upsetting.
Make that your ringtone.
I would not be able to survive my day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why not? Because they would send you in like a panic.
Me?
Yeah.
Instant anxiety.
Yeah. Well, not instant anxiety, but like the only time I ever hear that is when I'm physically interacting with the exact specimen, because I do everything in my power to not get that reaction.
Yeah.
Sure.
People don't, with the exception of my one breeder ring calls, my big female, people hate my cobras because they don't hood up, because they're relaxed.
But that's good. And that's what you want.
I know. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. For sure.
I would have very short moments of panic when I had my Atrox, because it was in my room, and like if I shifted in bed, because it was a small room, smallish. Like if I shifted in the bed, like I'm a big guy, like frankly the it would feel it, and like it would start rattling in the middle of the night, and the like sheer moment of panic of like, what the fuck is that? Forgetting, because I'm half asleep, like forgetting like, oh yeah, there's a rattlesnake in the room with me, is like, oh shit. Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, that's like
very high strung, good old Atrox.
When Anna Marie and I first started dating, and she would sleep over my house, I had big 4-foot Vivs next to the bed with dry mark on, and at 3 a.m. you'd hear ba-boom, and she'd say, "Oh, what was that?" I was like, "That's just a snake being stupid." Because it would go all the way to the top of the vision and fall down. Yeah.
Fall off that lip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't. So when I worked for Eugene, oh gosh, um, 9 years ago, whatever. The first time I went and worked with him, he still had all of his boas. He had, Longicata,
Hell yeah.
Colombian, like some hypo stuff, doom rolls and whatnot. But anyway, he had a lot of the bigger animals were in visions, and I hated going in the mornings when we were expecting a litter, and you'd find a baby like stuck in between the glass, or you clean the whole cage out, and they're like under the lip or on top of the lip, and you swear you felt for them and everything, and but you still miss one or two.
Oh yeah,
it's the worst. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
For me anyway, and so I don't have any visions, because that's been a big that just always bothered me.
Well, I feel like there's a time and a place for cages like that. I mean, I have a lot of them because I kept a lot of venomous, and stuff that I knew was gonna give live birth, like boas or what have you. Excuse me. I put packing tape.
Okay.
I put packing tape against the seam so that they couldn't go in or through that gap.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times I don't have them now because I like that lip. I like that it's there for a multitude of reasons with venomous. But when I worked for like Jay Eaton or I worked for Strictly, we would spray foam the lip. You know? And just fill spray foam along the whole lip of the top and the lip of the bottom. So there's no way for a snake to get up in there.
Yeah.
And so if you did have a BCI that dropped a litter, you don't have to do this because you there was nothing to do. Yeah.
I took many finger bites doing that, but and that's one thing I really appreciate about a lot of the vision cages, and I wish more companies would do this, is how they have the recessed area for the lighting. So you can still stack your vivs. I really wish more companies would do that.
But the problem is, I can't tell you. I never did it with mine because I'm super OCD with like taping the wires down and shit. But man, working at like Underground, where they had at one point the whole store was visions, because that was what you did in a retail store. You had vision cages, and man, we had so many of those domes that were melted through because somebody moved it. Oh yeah, somebody would move a cage, they'd slide the cage to clean, or the lamp, instead of it being perfectly up and down, it'd be like that. And it would melt this whole area of plastic, and that was just the worst. One time, a good friend of mine who's very responsible keeper had an escape-proof venomous room, and he didn't realize that the lamp did that, and it melted a hole in a East African green mamba's enclosure.
Oh gosh!
And at night, the lights went out, the plastic cooled. 6 to 8 hours later, now you have a perfect hole in the vision cage. And when he went in the room to feed said snakes the next day, he was like, "Oh, where's my green mamba?"
Oh, shit.
Now, luckily, because of those light recesses in each vision cage, the mamba had come out and just gone down to the tank below it and was in between the light recess of the tank below it. So like we found the snake in 2 seconds. It didn't go anywhere. And like I said, the room was escape proof. There was never any danger in that regard, but that could have been really, really bad had he not seen it right away,
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And again, I'm not dogging vision, but that's something you need to be mindful of.
Yeah. Luckily we never experienced that. I mean, maybe Gene did at some point, but while I was there, I thankfully never had to deal with that. But I never thought about that. That'd definitely be a concern of mine for sure.
Yeah. But, and Dalton's in the group chat, and he says, "How did Florida decide that a flying snake and a boom slang need the same training?" So a good question. They do not need the same training. Flying snakes are not regarded as venomous in Florida. there is only 5 genus or genera of snake of colubrid or rear fang, whatever you want to call it, in Florida that is considered quote unquote venomous, and that's Dyspholetus, Rhabdophis, Boiga. I said Rhabdophis, Actrotaspis, and what am I forgetting?
Sea snakes?
No, that's its own thing. They're completely banned. Boiga, Rhabdophis, Dyspholetus,
Teletornus.
Teletornus. Thank you. Teletornus. Everything else is not considered venomous. So like Hydranastis is, even though it is potentially harmful to us, it is not regarded as venomous in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Which is
what is it? Toxic Adrias as well. That's another one, right? That's
Nope.
No, they're not.
Yeah, correct. Toxic Adrias is
right.
a fairly
African boiga.
Yeah, fairly
Yeah.
potent, potable, as you say, but not considered venomous on paper.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. That boiga they decided on, but whatever.
Which I can't knock them for that. You know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
because when they wrote that law, man, it was 100 hours, or I'm sorry, 1,000 hours when they wrote that law.
Right.
So you go over your buddy's house for a couple times a week for like a year, and you're good.
Yeah.
Now, not the case.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to put the charger on my phone. Yeah, and that's another species or genus that I'd like to keep is boiga.
Yeah.
But
they're cool.
I love my Cynodon, man. Love those.
Yeah,
things.
they're so interesting to me.
And dude, some of these Cyanea were fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
they really were.
I was always
eyeing
those, being envious.
Probably some of the easiest snakes I've ever bred.
Really?
So easy.
You don't want to go back to them?
I mean, I may eventually if I have more space.
Yeah.
I got rid of mine just because they were on the table for legislation for South Carolina, and I was like, let me go ahead and get ahead of this.
Yeah.
And ironically, traded them to Terry Burwell, who's also in South Carolina, just in the opposite corner, for some rhinos. And then they never revisited it. It never got brought back up. So
yeah.
It's a little quick on the draw there, but.
Yeah. And Dalton asked, was Boiga just an overreaction to Guam, referencing Boiga in Florida?
I think that had something that had a part in
it. I don't, because Boiga regularis is federally banned. So it's kind of a, like, you know what I mean? But
so weird.
Right? So weird.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we could get night tigers, though?
Tell me about it, bro.
Boy.
Bro, I'm trying to get African tiger snakes, and I can't, because the price is astronomical.
Really?
Dude, any sub-Saharan telescopus is astronomical. So
why is that?
Because people used to bring them in all the time, and they were cheap, and nobody kept them and captive bred them, so they all disappeared. And now it's work to find them and keep them alive and ship them over. So they want money for it,
I gotcha.
The old joke is that the exporters have the internet now.
Yeah. I've heard people discuss that on podcasts, and it makes sense. I mean, as internet has spread throughout the world, and I guess these poor countries get access to it. I mean, if they see what we're willing to pay, why not?
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing is the rumor is that gaboon vipers were the reason why imports became expensive, because what was happening is we were importing farm bred gaboon vipers for $10 or $15, $25 a piece. We would wholesale them for $75 a piece. We would retail them for $1.25. That was, or maybe 150. It was pretty, and that was like the going rate, man. Right?
Yeah.
And the exporters had really no idea that's what we were doing because there wasn't 5G, you know. And then as time went on, and more reptile sellers as a whole, whether it be King Snake or Morph Market or whatever, not Morph Market, I'm sorry, Fauna Classifieds or personal websites, now the exporters see, oh no, they're not selling for 125, they're selling them for 300. Oh, well, if you're going to sell a $25 snake for $300, we want a slice of that. Guess what? Now they're $100 a baby. So now instead of a shipment being $2,500 for the whole shipment, now it's 12 grand for the whole shipment. And people are like, we can't afford that. Let's cut that in half. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. You know, these African tiger snakes were not a hot seller because they want to eat little lizards and no one wants to keep them alive, feed them lizards because this is the early 2000s and no one cares. Stop importing them, you know? And now Telescopus semiannulata is a $1,200 snake because it's captive bred from Germany.
Is it really?
Oh, for sure.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of just flying by the seat of their pants before Starlink and all that stuff. You know, they had no idea what was happening. They weren't sure what was selling and what wasn't, other than they were getting reordered. You know.
Yeah. So, especially now that they're getting their American dollars worth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then you have places like Indonesia where a lot of it is, how do I phrase this politically correct? So the importer pays, I'm making these numbers up, right? The importer pays $100. Well, that $100 is going to the big boss of the animals. The big boss of the animals is not catching these animals or breeding these animals. He's paying out his underlings. So it depends on how hard it is to find that animal, how hard it is to breed that animal, and that's how much the underling gets paid. So therefore, the exporter from Indonesia or Malaysia or Thailand, it's very skewed as to who gets what cut. Does that make sense? Am I being just vague enough? And the price goes up. You know, and then you get a Tanzania situation where, okay, we're going to allow 500 of these chameleons a year because they're protected species. And the guy who puts the stamp on the export paperwork, he don't give a shit because he doesn't know anything about lizards, and he lets 5,000 go through an accident. Tanzania freaks out and shuts the whole country down.
Is that actually what happened?
That's verbatim what happened. My numbers are skewed, but basically there was a chameleon. They would allow X amount of chameleons of that species to leave the country every year for renewable resources. You know what I mean?
Right.
And 1 year, let's say it's 1,000 chameleons. That 1 year they let like 5,000 out, and the government was like, "Whoa, who approved this? All right, that's it. We're done. Shut it down. Nobody gets Tanzanian animals," which hurt a lot of farmers and a lot of rural individuals who made their livelihood doing that. You know, it's very much like remember Williams eye geckos?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who was telling me. One of our friends in our little network was telling me that the way that they catch those geckos was they would net gun the whole tree.
Yeah.
And then they would chop the tree down.
Really?
And shake the tree out in the net to catch all the micro geckos. Well, the trees never grow back. So the geckos are gone. That's it. They're done. So Tanzania and Ethiopia and whoever else, wherever those, Williams eye geckos are from, they were like, nope, no more. Done. So,
yeah. Wild.
And I feel bad because like the farmer, they had no idea what they were doing. The catcher had no idea what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. So, you guys have any planned acquisitions this year?
Oof. I'm gonna say,
or at least hoping for something.
I'm hoping to genuinely pair some stuff, because I've had a bunch of bad pairings where I never got locks, and obviously nothing came. But last year was probably the worst, because the year before that I kind of half-assed it. Last year I actually intentionally put stuff together. There's a spider on my hat. Look at that.
What kind?
I had like a little garden spider. I don't know. It was like hanging from my brim. Watch it be like a nymph black widow or something stupid. I want to get real pairings, and I want to come to fruition this year. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
Smitty?
I mean, snake wise, I don't think I really have anything on the radar except for more of the same. You know, I'm checking Morph Market's rough scaled sand boa section pretty regularly. I check the house snake section pretty regularly. But other than that, I mean, not really. I've got the trio of Andean milks that I'm pretty content with that group.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like spider wise is a little different story, but
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you. My desert Harries died.
really?
I don't know what happened. I literally came home and I fed them on a Wednesday. I come home on a Thursday. I'm like, oh, let me see if there's any crickets running around. Dead.
Kaput.
Morte. Both of them. And like fresh to the point where they were like limp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened.
Interesting.
So
I think
yeah,
the Margar tatus, at least one of the females is gravid, I think.
hell yeah. You think that's held sperm?
No, because I like paired them.
Oh, cool.
And
good.
the pair, I had two pairs. I've got 2.2, and I've kept them together for the last, I don't know, 2 months.
Hell yeah.
And probably going to separate them here soon because I feel like the males got the jobs done.
Excellent.
But so far, like cohabiting wise, they've been doing fine. I throw a cricket in there periodically just to make sure the female doesn't get any urges.
Yeah.
And so far so good. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very.
So you said probably not on the snakes, but what about on the arachnids? What are you trying to? What would you hope to get this year if you?
Everything.
So there's like two species in particular that I feel like are kind of like my rhino and conicus of the spider world. Which is the Mexican pink, which is Brachypelma classy, and then the bamboo earth tiger, which is Taxinus bambus.
Never even heard of that. Though.
The bambus is actually so like we had Dritz from Underdark inverts.
Oh yeah,
he hopped on with us sort of last minute the other night when we did arachnids, and apparently those have been in the hobby for a while. They just were never really like officially described, and so they were officially described in 2022. But it's this species that inhabits like bamboo shoots, and so there's like
living bamboo or like dead.
Yeah, well, like these carpenter and like pest species that bore holes in it.
Okay.
And use it for nesting. So then these spiders, like once those holes and stuff have been vacated, they move in and set up shop in them.
Now, and this is a tarantula species?
Yeah. They're not very big. They're not a dwarf species. They're not a big species either. And they're just really interesting because there's no other spider that's documented like tarantula wise to do that kind of thing. So
yeah, that's really interesting.
It's pretty neat. And they're bred in captivity. I don't think it's been done that much.
Yeah, Dalton says he saw him at Sarasota Repticon this weekend.
Yeah, there's I've seen a couple importers for whatever reason. So like at Daytona, there was Underground had some, and they had them at like $50 a pop, and they're imports, like no big deal. But then you go on underground site now, and they're 175. And you go on other pages, and there's 200, 175.
So now, is it the same species?
Yeah.
Same locality?
Weird. I'm assuming so. They come from the same province. I think they've only been found in that one province, but
province of where?
Tak.
Oh.
Tak province, Thailand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I find it sort of bizarre that they don't seem to be that in demand. Because I have an adult right now, and I got it off a Palm Street auction a week or two ago, and I think I was the only person that bid on it. They really don't seem to be that popular. I think it's mostly because people just don't realize what they are. People just don't. It's a cool looking spider, but other than that, there's not really. They're not blue. They're not purple. They're not.
Right.
But I think they're freaking gorgeous because they're got really nice bands on each of the segments of the legs, and an ash gray carapace with some striping on the abdomen, and they're cool.
And Dalton says other stuff has been coming in from Thailand, even though they're closed. They are not closed. There was an issue where they were closed for a little bit, and then they had some issues with using other countries' air travel for shipments, but they are legitimately open, and the animals that have been coming in from Thailand are legitimate exports from Thailand. So, just FYI. Jay, I feel like you keep asking questions, bro. What about you?
Rhinos.
Man, so at Daytona, and I saw, for one, I saw Sky's,
Barons,
right?
Yeah,
I've always liked them. They're really cool, but man, having seen the amount of rhinos that I did, and just, I think somebody. I can't remember what table it was, had some adults or subadults. So they had already gone through their color change, right? And seeing that animal in person, and just at least paying attention to it.
That was
for the
Scott
first time.
Wilson had his. I think he had one of the adult males. Yeah, because I got one of the babies at that table. I got to send him stuff because we were trading. I took a baby. I'm supposed to be sending him some goodies here soon.
They are so freaking cool.
They are
so freaking cool.
They are.
If I get another new species, then it would probably be rhinos.
Nice.
Probably.
As it should be.
Because right. I love colubrids. Don't get me wrong. But I've always been more of a python and boa person, but I don't know, man. They're just it's such a weird snake. Rhinos are just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that a lot. So
unique.
I took one of mine to that educational thing that me and John Calloway did.
Nice.
Weekend before last, dude, and the amount of people that were just blown away by the color, because I had it out
Pictures,
and it was handling and stuff, and people were just, I've never seen that before. What is it? What's the horn for? So many questions and stuff about it. And it's we had other cool stuff, but people saw that rhino and they were like, "What is that?"
Yeah. So we when my wife, because she came with me to Daytona this year for the first time, which was cool, and we were walking around. I think it was Saturday, but when I seen those rhinos, and one of them had its face shoved against the display, and the proboscis all stuck up. You know what I mean? And just like I thought in the past that they were more of a rigid. Thing. It's really cool, and so she was really fascinated by it. She was like, "Oh, those are really cute." I was like, "Yeah, maybe I can get some."
Yes, they are very cute. Yes.
Yeah. So those are cool. I honestly, I don't intend to add a new species, but if the right, the right deal came along, I wouldn't say no to rhinos.
I think if you're with like you being into the pythons and stuff too, I really think house snakes would be your jam because they're so python like. It sometimes it just amazes me.
And I can't remember what species we had at Gourmet, but I got to play with some a little bit here and there, and they were really cool, really really cool. And they ate great. Never had any issues, just really cool snakes. And I've started to have more of an appreciation for some of the smaller species lately. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. They're just. I mean, it's just different, Like these smaller snakes, their behaviors are completely different. Their personalities are all different from some of the bigger animals, and it's just interesting. It's nice. It's different, right? So
yeah, man.
But other than that, the only acquisition I would like to make and plan to make is a female northern emerald. Once I sell off some of these carpets from 2025.
Cool.
That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to. Everything else is going to be caging and infrastructure.
The ever-present infrastructure.
yeah. Like I yesterday and today a little bit at lunch, I was jotting down some ideas for a grow out rack that still utilized tubs, but allowed for overhead basking.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And and because yes, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's been done for forever, right? Belly heat tape, whatever. It works. It does. But the behaviors that I've seen from animals since I've gone more towards bulbs, it's
the physical light.
And that's ultimately that's why I keep them, is because I like to watch them, I like to observe them. So even the younger snakes, I'd really like to start offering that. So got a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it. It obviously it's not the biggest thing is space, right? Like
always.
I'm limited on space, so I got to go vertical the best that I can. But yeah, that's my goals for this year.
Hell yeah, man.
So
hell yeah,
at least an investment.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I've got this group of mice, and I've already looks like at least two of the females are looking like they're ready to pop.
Nice. Good.
Wasting no time.
Jeff Frederick asks, Jeremy, do you ever think about doing rough scales or diamonds?
Oh, hell yeah. I'd love to get some rough scales.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'd love to get rough scales.
Those blue eyes, man, just...
Yeah. And that's one thing I like about the Brettles is that bluish, steely, yeah. So, no, I would love to get rough scales. Now that I've got some production again, I can start. I'm not having to spend that money out of pocket. It's more of a reality moving forward.
Sure.
And I love diamonds, but I don't think, at least until we move, I don't think I really have the setup for them right now.
Fair enough.
Not the way that I'd like to keep them.
Fair enough.
But and I don't think they're going to go anywhere, so I've got time.
Yeah, right. Hopefully.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah, enough people are doing them that we're safe for now, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, diamonds are really cool and fascinating python. So
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yep.
Well, Smitty, we're at the witching hour, my friend.
That we are.
Yeah.
yeah, I think we hit on all the stuff.
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Jeremy, is
I'm
there
sure
anything
there's
you want to touch base on?
there's probably a million things, man. It's never ending. I'm
Right.
sure I'll think of something as soon as we sign off. Like, oh man, I wish we would have talked about that. But
Oh, you remember at 2 a.m. and text us?
yeah, that too. Yeah. I guess, to anybody that's watching and sees this, I'm always down to talk snakes, science. I like to nerd out on this stuff. I have a lot of papers saved, some that I've read, some that I haven't read. I love to share that stuff with people. So, I try to be as open as I can. I think there's enough negativity out there, right? And we see it all the time on social media that I strive to be that one of those people that is that helps instead of
Yeah.
the little. So yeah, if anybody ever has questions, reach out. I'm always down to talk. So
Good stuff, man. And it's Nomad Herp on Instagram.
Yep, Nomad. Oh gosh, I think it's nomad.herpeticulture.
Okay, cool.
On on Instagram. Or no, I'm sorry, nomad_herpeticulture.
Okay. Good stuff, man. Yeah, check out his caramel looking coastals. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is there any caramel in those or no?
No, it's just red.
It's that jag.
Reds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just reds. If you don't mind, I'll pull out real quick. I'll pull out a one of the Nod
hell yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, show and tell, baby.
Let's see. Almost all of them have had their second shed at this point.
Excellent. The anticipation.
I do love caramel.
How that lighting's gonna go.
Coffins.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the non-jags.
Dude, that's like almost Brettles looking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was really, really impressed. I'm super stoked to see these come out.
It's got a full vertical stripe on that first third.
No, it's broken. It's trying to. It's trying to get straight. It starts to really get into that zigzag about halfway down. I don't know if it's gonna
nice
come through, but with the sliding. But I mean, just tons and tons of pink and red. One of them, which I wouldn't have considered a red, but just like halfway down, it goes from the white lateral sides to like pink, like fire pink.
Awesome.
Really weird, but super happy with these.
Very cool.
Billy gets his pick of whatever he wants. So
nice.
Because this is a really special project to me. So
that's good, man. That's good stuff. I love keeping it in the Florida crew.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Billy's been great. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome possum.
Choice men with choice snakes.
For show, baby. Team Morelia.
That's right.
Well, as always, this episode was brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Check them out. Find them on Facebook. Find them on Instagram. Put some stuff in the shopping cart. Then use the code THN25 at checkout. Get a little bit of a discount. But then hop on over to fulviusapparel.com. Get some herp apparel.
So I know Jeremy's hats and your hat is available. My hat is no longer a thing.
Correct.
How many of my hat are out there?
Like maybe 5.
Ooh, I feel special.
Not that many.
Limited edition.
It's a collector's item.
Exactly. Use the code THN at checkout there. Get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. And then cold-blooded caffeine, Snakes and Stogies blend, Mexico and Rwanda together, interwoven to caffeinate and energize
Invigorate.
And it's delicious.
And nutritious.
Importantly, use the code SMOKE at checkout there. You also get a discount, not just on the Snakes and Stogies blend, but site wide.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's everything.
Cool.
It's not just us.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
So get yourself some of our blend. There's a ton of other blends, both affiliate and house.
Yeah, so many affiliates that we know you're already listening to, you're already following and watching. Drink their coffee too.
That's right.
Yeah, drink ours first.
You can get it whole bean. You can get coarse ground. You can get fine ground, depending on if you're doing cold brew, if you're doing espresso, like however you want it. Trey will make it happen.
Grind it.
So I have no idea what's happening Thursday as to whether or not we're doing THP or flipping tin or what's going on. So TBD on that one. But we will see everybody later.
Bye.